Hey, and welcome back. Let's begin with a brief seated meditation to connect to your breath. So sit with your legs crossed, sit up straight and tall without being rigid. Close your eyes, bring your focus inward, feel your breath go all the way down to your belly. Feel your side ribs expand. And when you exhale, feel the side ribs draw back in and down. Feel your belly deflate. One more conscious breath. Keep your shoulders, neck, and jaw relaxed as you breathe into your belly. Feel your side ribs open up like an accordion. And as you exhale, feel your side ribs deflate, abdomen deflate. Now open your eyes and come onto your hands and your knees. Bring your right foot up to the outside of your right hand. And as you press down through the center of your right heel, twist and take your right arm up. Bring your hand back down. Bring your knee back and stretch back with your toes curled under. Elongate. Instead of collapsing towards the floor, try to reach your chest forward as you reach your buttocks back. Come back up and step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Let the heel settle down, the hip crease deepen back, and then twist. Take your left arm up. Bring your left hand back down. Bring your knee back, stretch back. One more time, step your right foot up, twist, bring your hand down, stretch back, come back up, step your left foot up, twist, bring your hand down, stretch back. Now this time, point your toes back, reach your sit bones all the way back towards your heels, but continue to elongate. Push down through your index finger knuckle. Keep a lift on your inner arms. Inhale, come back up. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Pull your hips up and back. Now let's do that warm up one more time, but from downward dog. So as you inhale, raise your right leg up, push down through your left big toe mound, keep your rib cage in. Then as you exhale, bring your knee up to the outside of your right armpit, step your foot up. As you inhale, lengthen in the lunge, and then twist, take your right arm up. Bring your hand down, step back. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot up to the outside of your left hand. As you inhale, lengthen, and then twist. Bring your hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Put a little bend in your knees, let your head drop. Inhale, glide forward into plank pose. Exhale, stretch back to dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet to the front of your mat. Bend your knees a bit as you let your head drop. Then roll yourself up to stand. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Plant your hands, step back into plank pose. Inhale, lengthen in your plank. Exhale, lower slowly down onto your belly. We'll go with knees down, keeping the chest open. Lift back up. Now if you'd like to try it with legs straight, practice keeping the same alignment. Chest open, rib cage in, legs strong. Lie down onto your belly. As you inhale, come into cobra. Now either clasp your hands behind your back or use your dog's leash. Strap or a towel works good too. Externally rotate your arms. Lift the shoulder heads up off the chest, but try not to push aggressively with the rib cage down into the ground. Press the tops of the feet down. Release the strap or your hands. Bring your hands next to your side ribs. Roll your chest open a little bit more. Then lower your chest and stretch back. Downward facing dog. Look in between your hands. Step or float up to the front. As you inhale, come into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back to plank. Set the knees down. Articulate through the spine, tuck your buttocks under, and round through your lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck. As you inhale, arch to the lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck. Round your lower back, middle, upper back, and neck. Arch through your lower back, middle, upper back, and neck. Then come into neutral. Maintain neutral as you step into plank again. Maintain that as you lower down onto your belly. Inhale into cobra pose. Hold that, or if you have the flexibility and health in your lower back, you might roll up into up dog. If not, just stay here building strength in your back muscles. Stretch back into down dog. Look in between your hands. Step or hop up to the front of your mat. As you inhale, come into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Step or float up to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Set up your back foot for warrior one. Hug your right hip in. Inhale, come up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot up. Set up your back foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Reconnect to your breath. Slow in through your nose. Smooth out through your nose. Push into your hands, turn your triceps down, lift up on your inner thighs and pull your thigh bones up and back. Bend your knees and look forward. Step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Stand, Samasthiti. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step or float back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one. Step your foot and inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Warrior one, inhale, come up. Two, open up to your side. Then straighten your right leg, reach into triangle pose. Push into your right inner foot. Feel your right hip crease move back towards your back heel and lengthen through your spine through the direction of your crown, right out through the line of your right big toe. Then bend your knee, put your hand and foot in front of your foot, and step up. Bring your left fingertips down. Level your hips with control. Lower your left foot down. With your feet outer hips distance apart, slowly lower your hips towards your heels. Bring your hands to prayer. Now twist open to your left. Slide your right shoulder, back of the right shoulder, down to the inside of the knee and twist. Wrap your left arm behind your back. Half bind, roll your chest open. Use your right arm to keep your right knee pried open. Come back to center. With your knees high up by your armpits, shoulders, lean into your hands. Pause here, hollow your belly, and then see if maybe you can lift your feet up. Don't fall off the pier. Set your feet down, step back into down dog, or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. 2, open up to your side. Straighten your left leg and reach into triangle pose. Push down to your left inner foot, turn your thigh out, move your left hip crease back as you lengthen through the spine, through your crown. We get it, your car's fast. Bend your knee, slide your hand and step up. Bring your right hand down, level your hips, and lower your right leg. With your feet hip distance apart, slowly lower down. Slide your left shoulder, back of the left shoulder to the inside of the knee and twist open. Pry your knee open. Without either knee caving into the midline, wrap your right arm behind your back. Come back to center. Lift your hips up a bit, slide your hands back, and then slowly start to lower your butt down. Preparation for Bhujapadasana. Turn your hands around so that the fingers point forward. Now just practice the feeling of wiggling your shoulders deeply behind your legs and leaning into your hands. If you can't wiggle the shoulders deeply, just practice stretching in this position. If you can wiggle the shoulders deeply, you might be able to lean into your hands and bring the feet together. Don't force. It should feel like your body's ready to just lift your feet up. Set your feet back down and fold forward. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold deeper. Bring hands to hips. Press down through your feet and come up to stand. Step your left foot back about 3.5 feet. Bring your hands behind your back. Take reverse prayer, just press your knuckles together. And as you inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders open. As you exhale, fold forward out over your leg. Now press down into your feet, and as you inhale, come back up. Right hand to your hip. Raise your left arm. Reach and twist, twisted triangle. Now look down, slide your hand a foot in front of your foot, and raise your back leg. Step back into twisted triangle. Now, like a windmill, come up and around for the other side. Steady through your legs. Bring your hands behind your back. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, fold forward out over your leg. Inhale, come back up. Left hand to your hip, raise your right arm. Exhale, twist. Look down, slide your hand a foot in front of your foot, and step up. Step back into twisted triangle. Press through your feet, come back up, and step up to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into downward dog or out of vinyasa. Inhale into plank pose. Take your feet outer hips distance apart. Now roll to the outside edges of your feet. Push down with your left hand and twist, take your right arm up. Change sides. Right hand down, left arm up. Change sides. Change sides. Bring your left hand down, set your elbows down. Now see if you can walk your feet back a few inches. Pull your rib cage in as you push down into your forearms. Bring your shoulders back over your elbows. Keep your belly pulled up. And then slide back a few inches. Feel the challenge in your core. Your ribs are going to want to drop. Keep them pulled up. Shoulders come back over your elbows. Now walk into down dog on your forearms. Raise your left leg up. Change, raise your right. Lower your right leg. Set your knees down. Cross your legs behind you and sit back. Dandasana. Stretch your legs out. Roll the shoulder heads open. Feel your shoulder blades set onto your back. Try not to push your middle out. Keep your middle in. Raise your arms up without sinking back at all. Ideally, this is going to be done with straight legs. Arms forward. Come into boat pose. Bring your heels close towards you, make a V shape between your thighs and your torso, and then practice lifting your feet up. Lower into Ardha Navasana. Hold your abs in and take your legs forward. Come back up into boat pose. Cross your legs, put your hands down. Now lean into your hands and see if you can lift your buttock up first. Then maybe lift one foot, maybe both feet. Set your butt down. Navasana. Come back up. Cross your legs the other way. Hands down, butt up. Maybe feet up too. Lower your butt. Navasana. Ardha Navasana. Come back up. Cross your legs and jump back into Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now one more time, practice downward facing dog on your forearms to build the strength for headstand. If you're a headstand practitioner, practice that. Otherwise, come into Prasarita and work on the opening in the backs of the legs. So if you have tight hips and hamstrings, this is an important pose to hang out in for a few minutes when you practice. Inhale into a flat back. Turn your left leg out. Step to the back, downward facing dog. Then lie down on your belly. Bend your knees, reach back and grab a hold of your feet. If that's too much on your knees or your ankles, then just interlock your hands like we practiced at the beginning. As you inhale, start to stretch your chest forward. Roll your shoulders into position. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Now, instead of holding your breath and trying to jam yourself deeper into the pose, let the breath guide you and give you cues to see if you should move deeper. To feel like the breath will take you deeper, inviting the body to open. You can tell my body's not inviting me to open up very much, but yours might be inviting you to open up more. Lower yourself down. Roll up into upward facing dog. Engage your glutes, move your buttocks to the backs of your knees. Stretch back into down dog. Set your knees down. We'll give the wrists a little bit of a stretch. So turn your fingers around, turn the thumbs out to the side. So here we're stretching out the forearms, tight muscles in the forearms. And cross your legs behind you, sit back again. Sit in Dandasana, legs stretched straight out. Bring your right knee towards you, cross your right ankle to the outside of your left knee. Wrap your left elbow around and twist. Release that. Change the cross. Left ankle outside of the right knee. Wrap your right arm around and twist. Back to center. Now cross your left knee right over top of the right knee if possible. Sit tall. Just work on your upright seat or start to hinge from your hips and tip forward. Hold here in the flat back position, or if you've perfected the flat back position, start to walk the hands further forward. Inhale back up. Change the cross. Come back up. Stretch both legs out and raise your arms up. Exhale, reach out for your feet. Inhale, flat back, press down through the front of the sit bones. Exhale, stretch deeper. Now instead of just hunching from your upper back, see if you can take the whole spine forward and down, like I have my knee in your back, moving you towards your big toes. Now if that pose is really difficult, if you're having a lot of difficulty just getting the spine to move forward and down, work with a little bend in your knees. If it's all going pretty well, then you can try the preparation for shoulder stand. Take the legs up and we'll do seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana, upside down. So in this pose, we try to get the hips and the ankles at the same line, like you're doing Paschimottanasana against the ceiling. And now feel where you're balancing on your back and see if you can breathe in between those ribs. And then keeping the spread in the sacrum, lower back ribs, you might be able to straighten the legs. Don't force it. If you feel like it's a jam session in your lower back, don't do that. Later, we'll have a jam session. Come over with your base and we'll jam out. But for now, roll yourself out, knees bent, and take Shavasana, corpse pose. If you're feeling any pressure in your lower back after that, that's just a sign that it was too much too soon. So if that's the case, you can just take Shavasana with your knees bent and just know next time, don't force the legs so straight. If your back's feeling fine, keep your legs stretched out. So I want to invite you to lie here for a few minutes, practicing watching your breath moving in and out through your nose. So we'll end class here today. I hope this part of the course is going well for you. Let me know. Thank you. Namaste.